It's Buck D and Shondeen, a show to be forever, a show that'll do whatever our viewers desires. It's Buck D and Shondeen, a show of perfection, an object of affection to quench our viewers' fire, completely free from infection, to be used at our viewers' discretion, waiting only for your direction. It's Buck D and Shondeen. We are back with the Buck D and Shondeen show. What's going on, Shondeen?
Sing the song. You can...
It's Buck D and Shondeen. That's all I remember. I wrote them on the spot, so I didn't memorize it. Look at you, all glamorous with your fuzzies.
I know. Look, how cute.
That's you dressed down. Look at the difference between me and you dressing down.
I know.
I got a shout out to the soccer team, New Mexico United. I actually just picked this shirt up. United Against Racism. So they gave me a shirt.
That's
they gave
cool.
my daughter a shirt.
It's Puma and everything.
Yeah. Oh, it's a real shirt. I didn't even look because
That's
usually
cool.
they'll try to throw it on like a Hanes shirt or something.
Classy. Yeah.
This is dope. You know.
Good.
Oh, so we got to support them. Hopefully we can get back to watching soccer. Even though I've never been to a soccer game, I want to go. Now I have to go because it's like they gave me a shirt. So I have to go.
We have to go. We're forced to get boxing.
I'll be like, I know. I'll be like, touchdown, first down, he struck out. I'm gonna be saying all the wrong stuff during the soccer game.
So did you see that slam dunk, bro?
So man, it's been a whole lot going on since the last time we were here. So let's get right into. I want to get into this whole. We're in the culture now that we're getting rid of statues that are culturally insensitive. They represent people who are rapists, oppressors, and murderers, pillagers. What do you think about it? How do you feel about all that?
It's extreme, but I think it's necessary.
You think it's extreme?
It's extreme and necessary.
Let's talk about it. Okay, you got to tell me both. I need to understand the extreme part. Why do you think it's extreme?
Extreme that they would go to the extent to actually take him down. People have been wanting to take him down for a really long time.
Yeah.
So it's extreme that their people are actually doing it, which is necessary. So
now I see what
Yeah.
you're saying, because I put it like this, man. It's if you go through the specific avenues, you vote, you go to your councilmen and all this stuff, and you have a big group of people and they want it down, and nothing happens. It's just like what's been happening with these protests.
Right.
You can only be peaceful for so long, and and it's not even just around the country. It's here in Albuquerque.
Right.
So everything, I think it's all necessary. I don't think it's extreme. And people, what I think is extreme is people like getting shot, losing their lives.
That was
and all this
extreme.
other
Yeah,
stuff.
last night. That happened last night. We just heard the news.
Yeah.
Everything's social media. We heard it.
I want to talk about you personally, because we were talking about this before the show. You were telling me about how it's kind of like an inner family struggle, because with the statue of Oñate, he's the conquistador, and then what he did to the Acoma tribe, and everybody knows the history. So you're like, you have family in both, or you come from both, or what?
Well, yeah. If you're Chicano, which Latino,
right.
We come from Mexican, Spanish, and Native American.
Man.
So, and it's because of the rapings and the. I have a friend from Zuni with Native American red hair because of the rapings, and he says that I have this red hair, hair because of the rapings back in the day,
right?
And it's no secret.
So with you, you were telling me how what's your first name again?
Yeah, Shondeen. A lot of people don't know that Shondeen is a Navajo name. So.
I thought your daddy was black. I'm gonna name a Shondeen. Her name gonna be Shondeen. So
really,
wow. So you have
a
name.
lot deeper. Yeah.
So you have So you have a native first name, and then you come from Spanish background and everything else. So the whole.
And, Native American.
So how did you feel specifically about the Oñate coming down there?
So it's that's why it's necessary. So and I think that every time, like my mom or Graham or somebody, we everybody knows that they would say, we don't like this, you know, and
Right.
they would say a little prayer, you know, because of, they know what happened, and it's a constant reminder. This is how we, and then we walk by this as a kid, you know, this is not good, but because this is what happened, and this is how this is.
Wow.
That's how we kind of, I grew up that way, recognizing statues in a way that was negative and an awful feeling. So you, as a kid, you know, you hear about the rapings and what happened and this and that. So then it brings a fear every time you see that statue was instilled as history. So that's why it's kind of it's necessary. That I just can't believe it's happening all at once like this.
No, it's okay. I think the reason why I like what's going on now, there's no more time for talk. There's no more time for maybe we'll do it next year. Everybody's wanting things done now. And, you know, there's a lot of people that don't like the protest. They don't like if you peacefully protest. They don't like if you destroy the property. They don't like, look, stuff has to happen. There's no diplomatic way for things to change when you're making a big change throughout the country.
Right.
I don't
my
believe
thing
so.
is, I really don't know what, usually there's a vote if that statue can go up.
Right.
They usually do like something, and someone will say something, or they can kind of
right.
That's what it is. I don't think I was involved in the community enough, and not shame on me for not knowing. But, you know, I think if people knew and they were involved in the community more, that statue never would have went up from the get.
You think so? I think they put him up just because. They were like, this is our dude,
or
whatever.
is there a way?
Is there a way?
Yeah. I haven't even researched is what I'm saying. Like, how much do we know?
Man, I'm to the point, we don't need research. Put a chain around their neck, pull it down. That's how I am. It's crazy because I've been running to...
My thing is with it, and here's my joke. I'm gonna give you guys a teaser. I'm gonna give everyone a teaser.
Let me hear it. I haven't even heard it.
I'm not gonna go out there for the statues and everything. My heart is there. I'm not gonna participate in taking them down. However, the biggest statue, the biggest monument that represents slavery, and I will be there. And I got a couple of people. We're gonna go take it down together. The Pyramid of Giza. I'm going over there, bro.
You better do it at night. It's hot. It's hot as hell over there.
It's coming down.
Nah, I'll let y'all go. Y'all send me a video.
Bro, we need your muscles.
Nah,
we need your muscles.
My muscles won't be worth a damn in that heat. No. So, you know, it's crazy because I've been hearing people that are against it, and there's like, that's our history, if it's good or bad.
It is
and
our
I'm
history.
glad you said what you said when you, as a kid, walking past that.
That's what it feels like. Yeah. So the people who know and felt the history and kind of, we grew up. I mean, I mean, we had to, like, my mom instilled it and made sure that we were not. We didn't ignore this history.
Right.
No, it would not go unnoticed. So a lot of people didn't grow up like that, but you know, I mean, it's one of those things where it hurts to see it.
It's so crazy because let me show you how the privilege works. So my thing as a kid, you know what I used to love to watch as a kid? The Dukes of Hazzard.
Oh yeah.
I loved that TV show. And watching it as a kid, I didn't understand their car was named the General Lee. Their car was called General Robert E. Lee, and it had the Confederate flag on the top of the car.
Right.
So all I knew as a kid was, ooh, that car looks pretty because it's orange and it's black and it goes fast and it jumps over bushes.
Yeah.
And as I got older, I'm like, wait a minute, why was I watching this? Like, I see people, I've been in these conversations and even arguments and debates about Robert E. Lee statues coming down.
Right.
Now, just like you, as a black person, I've done my history because they don't teach you this in school. I don't know. Did they teach Oñate in school? Did they really? See, that's the thing. You don't know unless you do your research or it's passed down from family members.
Right.
So I'm looking at Robert E. Lee, how he felt that people that looked like me were not human, period. We were property. We weren't to have rights. We were not viewed as a human. So I'm like, wow, that they could actually just put that in there and being a black child thinking, oh, I want the General Lee, and not even understanding what the General Lee is.
Right.
So I'm with it. I'm like you. I don't think anything that represents people being murdered, being killed, whole races of people getting wiped out and wasn't looked at as equal. It's crazy because we had the George Floyd. I had somebody. This is what I've been going through. Candace Owens. We hadn't even talked about her.
I know.
I'm not even gonna give. I'm not even gonna give Candace Owens any shine. But I keep getting. I watched the video, and Candace Owens did something that it's so crazy that people who don't want the statues moved. She brought up George Floyd's past.
Right.
She says, "Why is he being a martyr? He was look at his record and look at all this, and he had drugs in his system. It's so crazy that you could say that about him, but when it comes to these statues, and we know these men, history and all this stuff, there's not an issue. It's just the history, you gotta swallow it.
Right.
I'm not with it. I say take everything down by any means necessary.
But you know what? And we have to. It's still a party. It shouldn't be on the streets and it shouldn't be on monuments. I say we take those things and we put them in a museum and put a traveling museum about the truth.
So
like something like that. That way we don't forget, because you don't want to be.
Let's call it the racist museum. Let's have a racist
museum.
If you want to experience racist, look. We need to look into this. We need to invest.
You know
how dope that is to have two minorities own the racist museum, so all the racist people can come and see Robert E. Lee and Anyate and other people.
But the kids need to see, understand what happened, so that just to walk through. But it's by your choice.
There you
We're
go.
not going to force it on the street. It shouldn't be forced like that.
Well,
that's awful.
I always say this though. People are saying, "Well, how much did it cost to take it down and all this?" Doesn't matter. It takes more to upkeep that. A lot of people don't understand. That's not private property. If it's owned by the city, that's taxpayers' money.
Right.
That's the upkeep of that.
Well, they shouldn't put just the rapists and they shouldn't.
It's crazy, huh?
They should even it out from the get-go. They should put Sacagawea and
for real.
And,
exactly.
Let's even it out. Let's balance. If we did
you got a point. You have a point.
Then that would be nice.
You have a point, but it seems like the people in power just want to force that stuff on
the side that represents supremacy. That's not fair.
Okay, I gotta say this though, Shondeen. Let's stay on this statue. So every statue that's been taken down is not a statue that needed to be up in the first place. And I gotta bring up one for the black community. I bet y'all forgot about this. Shondeen didn't even know. I bet y'all forgot about this. In Stone Mountain, Georgia, in 2005, they put up a Tupac statue.
I saw.
Now, first of all, I don't even know if Tupac's ever even been to Stone Mountain, Georgia. First of all, so they put it up. It was up from 2005, 2014, when the Performance Arts Center closed down or whatever, and somebody stole it. Now we're gonna have a picture of this to show you the difference of what Tupac really looked like. Y'all know what he looked like, and this statue.
The statue, he looks like a shaved Mr. Miyagi, bro.
They got him in a public defender suit, like clothes he never put on. And they don't even have the bandana.
They gave him a unibrow.
They gave him a unibrow.
Awful.
Bro, that looked
no
like
justice. No
man,
justice.
I was like,
that was hilarious.
Tupac didn't even look like that when he went to court. He had on
awful.
He had on slacks with. Man, they did Tupac so dirty. So I brought that up to say this. Some of these statues don't even need to be put up, and I'm including the Tupac one. Don't put up a Tupac statue, especially if it's down south. Tupac never lived down south. What is he doing in Stone Mountain, Georgia? And I think, you know what I think happened to us, Shondeen? I think he came from Cuba. He took a boat from Cuba in 2014. Somebody showed him the picture of that statue, and he took it down. He took it back to Cuba.
Right, yeah.
Or he put it in the ocean.
He's not.
Because look,
do conspiracy theories.
I have to touch on the conspiracy theories because this is the queen of them. Y'all don't understand the stuff that she has, that she
sends. A lot of people, I have low-key conspiracy theory accounts that you guys don't even know.
Let me tell you. Okay, let's get on the asteroid again, because that's the big one. That's the big one with us.
Yeah, the asteroid was really terrifying.
No, it wasn't. Look,
for me.
Okay, I have to keep educating you. Black people don't give a damn about asteroids. We don't care about space, the moon, none of that. Only thing we care about is if aliens are here or they gonna come, and then maybe they can save us and be on our side and tell them all the stuff that's been going on with us.
I wonder if that's next. I heard that's next. The aliens.
What conspiracy meeting do you go to?
That's coming next. I'm saying.
What is it? What's the next one?
The aliens are coming next.
Man, all I'm gonna tell them is if they don't like black people, wait till you see what they do to y'all. Y'all green. So
I know. We watch right away. They're gonna be slaved, huh? Awful.
Now open, New Mexico's premier sports bar, Stadium 66. Cheer for your favorite teams on the largest state-of-the-art TV screens. Tackle the amazing appetizers, and then take on the rest of the menu. Now, for the first time ever, watch your team, bet your team. Stadium 66, your place for beer, bites, and bets. Located in the Route 66 Casino Hotel, I-40, exit 140.
St. Clair Winery and Bistro has been renamed in honor of our founders, the Lascombe family. D.H. Lascombe Winery and Bistro continues to deliver the same exceptional wine and food experience you've come to expect since 2005. Visit us today. D.H. Lascombe Winery and Bistro.
Lava Rock Brewing Company, conveniently located on Albuquerque's west side, just south of I-40. You can come on in, enjoy our pizza, pasta, burgers, and more by Matucci's. It's all at Lava Rock. Lava Rock Brewing Company, come on in.
So I want to get on this asteroid thing again, just because I can't let it go. What's the deal, Shondeen?
So,
where are you getting this?
I got it on an inbox, and this is so sad. I'm not.
She says it. She says
it to my inbox.
She says it like it's top government secret, like
Yes.
it came straight from the Pentagon.
To my inbox.
Top government secret.
In a mass email that says if you don't share it to 10 people, if you don't, this, no. So it looked so like, did you read it? You read it.
I read it, unfortunately.
It said that the COVID-19 was a cover-up because
What are we
this
covering up?
asteroid was going to hit and they wanted everybody at home with their families. And I said, wow, you know. And then I told a few people, they're like, that's really sweet of the government, but I'm not seeing this. They don't give a F about us.
No, they don't care, yeah.
So like, why would that? So that was what was one thing.
Oh, wait a minute, but not to cut you off.
Yeah.
Trump did check out his bunker that one day, so
yeah.
Shondeen, you might be on to something.
So what we saw was the CEO on that. It says the CEOs were stepping down. So we Googled it. And we were like, oh my gosh, Bill Gates stepped down. Everybody started stepping down. We're like, well, wait a minute. Why did they step down? But here's the joke. And they went to their, supposedly in Forbes magazine, they said that they went to their underground bunkers. But is it the asteroid? Nobody knows, right?
Man.
And so I got really jealous because it says the billionaire elites are going to their hiding in their underground bunkers.
Right.
For April 29th. And I was pissed because I was like, why can't I be one of the elite? You guys don't know me. What the hell? But here's, I thought about it and I was like, you know what? It made me so, I was like, I'm going to be here with all my friends waiting for the asteroid while you're hiding like a coward, bro.
Well, call me a coward. If I had a bunker, I would be selling timeshares and be like, y'all.
So I started Googling bunkers.
Uh-huh.
It only cost maybe 10 grand to do a bunker, dude, and they're beautiful.
Man, I left my wallet at home because
I know.
I usually have 10 grand on me at all times.
Well,
just
we can
because.
put some, like 5 of us, we'll put a couple G's together. We'll do a bunker and...
Shondeen, I am more scared, like I told you, I'm more scared to get stopped by the cops than get hit by an asteroid.
Not now. It's not gonna happen.
What? Are you crazy? Oh, the asteroid?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you was gonna say, because the cops can get me at any time.
Even right now, the cops are not gonna get you right now.
The cops are...
Well, you haven't done anything.
Yes, I am. I'm black. That's what happened to me. These cops don't care. You gotta look, just like in Atlanta. So we gotta talk about that. Did you see the video of the gentleman? And I don't remember his name right now because I have a lot on my mind. That got killed by the police officer in the Wendy's parking lot because he fell asleep in his car.
Yeah,
he was intoxicated.
Yeah.
Did you see the video where the cops were like questioning him over and over and over and over and over and over? Trying to catch him in a lie about drinking and driving or whatever.
How much did you have to drink? Yeah, I saw that.
That right there. So that.
And then the lady who was recording it had kids in the car. Did you see? She was like, "We have kids in here." I saw. I don't
really?
know
So you saw a different. So what I saw was the body cam. See, I didn't see. I saw the body cam from the other cop.
I saw somebody, a lady from way back here, and getting the whole thing, and they're like, "We have kids in the car." Bang, bang, bang.
Jeez. So it's so frustrating because you get into these debates and you can see, like, okay, before Rodney King, stuff would happen, it was word of mouth. You didn't have videos.
Right.
Now you have the video, and then the people can see the video and they still won't believe it. That's so frustrating because, you know, the young man, you know, he got away. They got into a scuffle.
Yeah.
They knew he had their taser.
Yeah.
They yelled, "He's got the taser! He's got the taser!"
Right.
And while he was running, they shot him in the back multiple times. I don't understand, like especially in this climate today, where all the protesting, people are not having this anymore. How somebody with that wears a badge will think it's okay to fire onto a civilian that doesn't have a weapon.
That was insane.
Like,
I was like that. I can't believe that just happened.
Like,
when I saw that, I said that was really unnecessary.
And
that was not
it's so
necessary.
crazy because, you know, and I want to say this because a lot of people will be like, "Oh, Buck, you think all cops are bad?" I don't know. Put it this way. I don't know that all cops are bad, but I'll say I think it just because you never know who you're going to run into. Like, just like for me, they may see me as a big black guy and they're afraid of me. You know what I'm saying? They don't know that I'm not packing or anything like that. So I don't know what type of officer I'm going to get. I think what we should do, we should try to get someone on the show because I want to talk.
An officer?
I want to get an officer. It could be from Bernalillo County. It can be from APD. But I don't know because I've been reaching out.
Right.
A lot of them aren't able to speak.
Oh, okay.
They're not able to speak, so we might have to get someone who's retired or something. But
yeah, there we go.
this stuff is crazy. Like, how do you feel? Do you feel like anxiety when you see cops or when you get pulled over or any of this stuff?
I used to.
See, you can get off though. You can just put your shoulders together and be like, officer.
They don't fall for that.
What?
No, they don't
For
fall
real?
for that, I swear.
Wow.
They don't fall. I had one.
You tried though,
Oh yeah,
don't you?
yeah, I tried. They don't fall. One in particular was like, "Don't you sweetheart me? There's only one woman in the world that could call me that." And no.
And you wasn't even trying. You just called him sweetheart.
Yeah.
Wow.
Drunk as a skunk, I was. So I just abide by the law.
Yeah, it's hard.
I don't think about it. If I see, I just no, bro. The cop cannot know how many drugs I'm on as I'm driving.
Yeah,
because I'm like, oh my god, I'm so tweaked right now.
If they ask you, like, Shondeen, what have you had to drink?
I know, yeah.
You're like, shoot, water? Like, I don't know.
Nope. Yeah, I already
Never admit. Never.
No, I don't answer questions.
Don't even talk. There you go.
Yeah, I don't answer questions. Remember that.
See, I can get pulled over with you any day because I'm the type.
Well, here's the thing. They cannot pull. Here's what I know as far as the law is concerned.
What's up?
They can't pull you over without probable cause. Did you know you can continue to if you did not break the law?
So you're trying to get me killed, Shondeen? You're trying to get me killed? You're trying to get me killed? You telling me I don't have to pull over?
You don't. If
I will be Swiss cheesed. And I'm gonna be like, Shondeen said I don't have to stop.
I know. I have a that's happened twice actually.
Really?
My sister, she didn't pull over and she was like, "You don't have probable cause." I mean, she drove all the way home.
Okay,
keys
so
out of the car.
Okay, so
you don't have probable cause. He goes, "All right, bye."
What I'm getting? What?
Yeah. And
where was this at?
Here in New Mexico.
So what I'm getting is never get pulled over with your sister because she's not gonna pull over. And
if you did not do anything, but if you ran a stop sign and you know it, you got to pull over. Yeah, you ran a red light or you have a busted tail light, you got to pull over. There's probable cause.
See, what schooling did you guys have? Because I always got taught, you see the lights, you stop. It don't matter what happens.
I have a friend too. My friend was pregnant at the time. She didn't have a rear view mirror. Mm-hmm. They were he told her pull over. He even had to use the
mega horn.
Yeah, the mega horn. Pull over.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't know what was going on. She was just all happy with the radio on full blast. She drove all the way home. Next thing you know, she had 7 cops following her, and she had no idea. They pulled pregnant. Looks white. My friend red hair,
no
pregnant,
way,
pulled
no
her
way,
out,
no
slammed
way.
her to the ground. 7 months pregnant.
Oh, so they when they got her, they roughed her up.
They did.
Yeah, because they're gonna be like, why didn't you stop?
She had no idea what was going on.
Look, anybody that's watching
idea.
do not listen to what Shondeen says.
Yeah,
please stop for the police.
Go one way or another. Yeah, I mean,
one way.
Right, this day and age, you better pull over. but once this calms down, understand they have to have.
You think it's going to calm down? You think this whole defund the police departments and reform? You think that's going to change?
I think it's going to change for the better.
I
think it's going to change for the better in a year. I think in any system, when something crumbles, it's always got to be rebuilt. And when it is rebuilt, a lot of care and a lot of heart goes into it.
You're a real optimist. Yeah. That's crazy because because I've never met someone who believes in conspiracy theories and is very optimistic as you are.
Yeah.
Usually conspiracy theorists are pessimistic. Everything's it's going to get worse. And
no.
I just feel like this. It may get better, but it's going to take a long time just because right now, a lot of cops are pissed off. They're mad. They're like, everybody's coming at us. They don't know how hard this job is.
Yeah.
So they're already going to be stressed out.
I think
and
because of this, they have a lot of stress as
Yeah.
That's why, I mean,
I couldn't do it.
Yeah,
I wouldn't want to do the job. I never would want to be the
Go
cop.
after the bad guy,
Right.
which is, I mean.
But here's the thing, though. So I feel like a lot of police officers are in neighborhoods they're not familiar with, and they're not familiar with the people.
Yeah, Byron was talking about this.
So they're scared. They're afraid. So when they pull someone over, they like back in the day, you knew the police officers in your neighborhood. You'd be like, oh, that's Officer such and such. Now you get pulled over. It's a young guy. He doesn't look like you. He doesn't talk like you. He's from way across town, maybe from a whole different city.
Yeah.
Then he's afraid of you. You're afraid of him. The misunderstanding right there off the bat, and then that's where a lot of stuff goes wrong. I think until that changes, we're still gonna have a lot of issues. A lot of these cops are upset. They're pissed. A lot of people are pissed.
Right.
So I think it's gonna be a whole lot of more shootings and people getting killed.
Well, eventually they got to come to an agreement. So the system is wrong for doing it like that by putting somebody new in the community. Right. Byron was just talking about this, and what he was saying is keep the same people in there.
Yes.
And if we do that, that would be the first step towards a better neighborhood,
There we go.
community. But it starts there. So that's step one.
There we go.
Buck D and Shondeen for president.
There we go. I want to be vice president. I just want the perks. I don't want to do nothing. I'll let you make the decisions. I'll just show up.
It starts within. I couldn't be the president because I can't come into the community. I got to come inside and knock on doors and make sure everybody's okay. That's not a president. That's like, what about the community? That's a comedian.
Well, we got a reality show guy. He's our president, so I'm not even gonna get on him. We got so much time for him. These elections that's coming up in November, we're gonna see so much funny stuff. I can't wait because as stand-up comedians, we're gonna have so much material. It's gonna be hilarious. I cannot wait.
I might have a show coming up. You're gonna headline, right?
Yeah, I'm with it.
Asking him formally right now.
I'm with
it
it
right here.
I'm with it. I'm ready. I have a lot to talk about. We have a lot of platforms during all of this, but still, it's nothing like getting on the stage. So, shoot, that was a good show. We didn't have it was just me and Shondeen because I know we've been coming at you guys with a lot of guests and stuff, but we want to sit down and let it be us to bring the focus back on the stars of the show.
And put
you know
the
what
ass
I mean?
back in asteroid.
There we go. We don't. Okay, hold up. Black people care about ass. We just don't care about asteroids. You can keep the destroyed part. Leave the ass.
Right?
Leave the ass.
So
hey.
It happened.
Y'all make sure y'all keep watching us every Tuesday night, 10:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time on Countcast, channel 26. I'm your boy, Buck D.
I'm Shondeen. Stay safe.
We'll see you next week.